I loved that you could still write a song even if you weren't a professional at that instrument. And so I don't know. I think that's I guess that's what invited me right away. So there you go.
Yeah.
Move on.
That's great.
You're up, Josh.
What comforts you when you start to feel anxious? Wow. Well, I would say,
isn't it me playing the uke for you?
Yeah, that's my biggest source of comfort, I think, is Tyler playing.
Don't be anxious, Josh. You'll be fine. Don't be anxious, Josh. 'Cause you're mine, my little boy.
Little boy.
My little drummer on the other end of the video chat. I don't know. Yeah. Are you better? Do you feel better now?
I was anxious going into it, and I think everybody needs a version of that in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Yeah, I would say this past year and a half, probably for everybody, has been, a relatively anxious time. On a serious note, I think my whole life since I was a kid, music actually has been a huge thing that helps me when I feel anxious. Putting on something to really kind of get, I like to think about music. To Tyler's point, there's chords, there's different beats and melodies, and you can let it sit in the background, or you can let it sit in the foreground and really enjoy it. And comedy, I like to laugh, so I think music and comedy are two things that are very helpful with feeling anxious, and most importantly, Tyler playing the uke for me, usually before bed.
I was going to ask, Mark, me playing the uke while Josh talks, does that make it cooler what he's saying? Or is it just annoying that you hear some like terrible sounding uke over top of a video? All right. This one says, Tyler, are you teaching Josh to play the piano? How is he? Yeah, I've been giving Josh piano lessons for about 9 years now, and haven't seen that much improvement. Honestly, it feels like it's like trying to hold water in a strainer. It's kind of one ear out the other. And but you know what? I enjoy our 51st dates approach to me teaching him how to play an instrument, because we get to, we're constantly in that honeymoon phase.
I've gotten absolutely nowhere, but my my love for it has not gone anywhere. It's still at an all-time high.
All right, next.
Which new songs are you excited the most to play live? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess both. That might. I mean, really, all of them. This album is amazing. It's full of hits and
It's hits
and bops. But
definitely those.
Shy Away will be really fun to play live. Saturday would be fun to play live. The Outside. I don't know, man. All of them, I think. Choke.
Yeah.
Mulberry Street.
All right. What do you think? Here's another question for us. What do you think the first live show is going to be like for you when concerts finally come back? I think that we'll probably be a little out of show shape. We call it show shape because it really doesn't matter how much exercise or what type of shape you are in physically. There's a specific type of shape that you should be in to do a show. Has a lot to do with breathing, has a lot to do with management of energy. And so, yeah, I think that when we finally get back to playing real shows, that'll be kind of the thing that I'm like, hey, can Josh still do the backflip? I don't know. Do you think you'll be good on that?
Really have no idea. We're gonna find out.
You don't know if you'll be good at the backflip?
Well, you know what's interesting? I just kind of finding myself bored over the past year. Tried to do a standing backflip, which I've landed a few times, but obviously that's a different technique than doing a backflip off of the piano. So I've more recently done a standing backflip than a backflip off of the piano, which requires more of a tuck, more of a kind of quick turnaround. And so I'm gonna have to go back to the piano and do it once or twice before our next performance.
Yeah, you're gonna do it for the live stream, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
The rehearsal space we're in right now is the ceiling is a little short compared to where we're going to be playing for the live stream, and so he can't really practice the backflip right now. So when you see him do it on the live stream, that's the first time he's backflipped in over a year. So that'll be exciting. I was wondering, do you think that if I were to learn how to do a backflip off the piano, if we were to both do one at the same time, is that like, would people be like, oh, that's cute? Or would they be like, cute?
Well, that's,
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it could go either way.
Now we're starting a Q&A on the other end where we put out our questions. This is actually something we should do at some point, is ask people questions what we think. I think it would be sick.
What would it be? Would it be cute though, you think?
I think people would probably be like, cute. Cute. Like with a snap, like cute.
Oh, that's cute. Man, that's cute.
So, right. I mean, you never know what's next with us. I might be playing piano for the whole next tour, and he might be doing backflip for the whole next tour.
You never know. All right, cool. I forget who took the last one. Did I take the last one?
I guess we sort of both did.
Yeah. Take that one. That one.
Oh, yeah.
It's addressed to you.
Josh, who runs faster, you or Jim? And that is a good question because I like to consider myself pretty fast.
And Jim, just to clarify, Jim is Josh's golden retriever dog.
Yeah, he's my golden retriever dog, as Tyler.
I don't know why I said it like that. When we were shooting for the music video for Choker, and Josh's dog was in it. For some reason, I referenced Jim as the golden retriever dog, as if there's a different version of a golden retriever that's not a dog. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, who is faster, you or your dog?
Well, man, that guy's pretty fast. He's very fast, actually. And I think Tyler and I both, kind of, and it sounds a little weird, but I think neither of us really had dogs growing up. And so, the idea of, Jim's my first dog. And so it was kind of, he kind of like broke me into the world of, having a dog. And so I guess if you're not really familiar with dogs, it can be kind of a scary thing. Really they're an animal with very strong jaws, sharp teeth, and they're very fast.
Very strong. Very strong.
So now when obviously if you're a dog owner and you know dogs and you have dogs, more often than not, they're not going to hurt you. There are times where they can. But yeah, so I've run with Jim, and he's constantly faster than me. It's actually terrifying when I start running and he is running after me, because he's always trying to jump up at me, and he's just way faster. So it's really no competition. But it's motivation for me to try and get quicker. So one day maybe I'll be able to beat Jim in a race.
Let's see. I'll take another question. How do you find inspiration to write music? Ooh. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. How do you find it? Sometimes it happens and sometimes you have to search for it. I've told the story a few times now, but the song on the new record called Saturday, I actually had a dream. I actually had a dream about that song. I was at a festival and I was not playing the festival though. I was in the crowd and I was in the middle of this large crowd in a field, and the band up on stage counted in 1, 2, 3, 4 and went right into this song. And I woke up out of my slumber and grabbed my phone and recorded it on my phone real quick so I wouldn't forget it. So every once in a while, you don't have to search for inspiration. It just kind of like hits you. But most of the time you still have to wrestle it to the ground and all that. So yeah, it's different each time. All right, you're up. Just.
All right. One question is, how did you guys meet? That's an interesting question.
It's a good story.
Yeah. So one day I walked into, we both grew up here in Columbus, Ohio, and I was in Columbus, and I wanted my first tattoo. And so I walked into a tattoo shop, and Tyler was the first person I saw in there. He was working. I found out later that he was it was his first day, and he was like, and he had basically just learned how to tattoo, but had a lot of confidence. And, I felt like this is probably going to be the guy who's going to be my first tattoo. And I had a really cool idea. And for my, on my leg. And, so I told him the idea, and he sketched something up, and when you get a tattoo, it's, you kind of draw it out, and it's, and it's like kind of it's a reference to work off of, and a lot of times they'll place it on the area where you're going to get tattooed, and then they'll pull off the sheet, and it kind of leaves a little area where you're going to, the tattoo artist draws. And the idea, it was pretty complex. I thought.
Well, tell them when you first came in. First off, I don't know if I told you this, but I was hired that day.
That day, so this was your first.
Yeah, like I knew you knew that I was new, but not that new. It was that day, and when you showed me that tattoo that you wanted me to draw, I knew that we kind of sketched it out on that paper, and then scanned it, and then we put it on your skin and kind of like moistened it so that it would stick on there. And then I was like, there you go, man. And you were like, wait, aren't you supposed to like use a needle and stuff? And I'd forgotten that's what I thought. You just needed to put the paper on there, and that was a tattoo. Come to find out, I was just giving people temporary tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
And so what happened? Like when you came in the next day, right?
Yeah. So the next day I was like, hey, the tattoo turned out great. It was really awesome. I love it. I took a shower that night and it was gone. I mean, it was halfway gone. There was still
gone.
There was a little bit of it, but barely.
It just poofed.
Yeah, it poofed away, like a cheese poof. And so he was like, I figured it out. I figured out what I did wrong, and I don't think you even really explained to me what you did wrong. So I still didn't know. I was just like, okay, something weird happened, because I don't think this is supposed to happen. So anyway, we go and he redoes the stencil. This time uses a needle, and I was like, this one hurts way more than the one you gave me yesterday. But now
you're like, stop, do the other one again.
Yeah.
So I just gave you a temporary tattoo, and
but
it was gone.
The final product ended up looking like this. It's hard to. That's what he did.
Can I just say, I don't know why. So when I did the T, dude, I keep it up there. I want people to hear this. When I did the T, I was like, I don't know if I I don't know if I went like hard enough. And so I went over it again. And that's why the T is like so much thicker at the top than everything else. Dude, that's the worst tattoo I've ever seen. I'm so sorry.
Hey man, I'm proud of it. I like it, and it's how we met, you know?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's move on. This one says, what can we expect for the live experience? Will it be the most incredible concert? Yes. So May 21st, the album Scaled and Icy is coming out. And along with that is a live stream experience concert. My mom was just asking me, she's like, what is this? How do I even watch it? You know, where do I go? And I explained, if you go to our website, it'll point you to live.tornadopilots.com. And you do have to buy a ticket. I don't know. Buying a ticket to a live stream concert is kind of a weird thing to do, but it's $20. We wanted to make it, you know, not really expensive. I think I saw a lot of live stream concerts out there for more expensive than that. And so we wanted to keep it a cheap ticket. And, you know, you can buy just one ticket and then have, you know, your whole family watch it. So not everyone has to buy a ticket. You just have to buy one ticket, and you get a code with that ticket. I think it's emailed to you. And then that code, you put it into our website when the stream goes live. And then it puts you into the beginning, kind of like waiting room before we go. And that's what I understand how it works. I think it's going to be cool. It's gonna define this album cycle for us. I think that for me, I will be thinking about this live stream whenever I think of Scaled and Icy, because it's just so kind of married, the two of them. So I'm excited for it. Anyway, yeah. And Josh, you're up.
All right. Yeah, this one says, Josh, what was your favorite part about recording and producing your own drums for this album? Well, yeah, so I think just because of the state of the world, traveling was difficult, and just kind of gathering with multiple people is difficult. And so Tyler and I had a conversation pretty early on, and you know, we kind of we were going through options, what we could do, and I think we kind of just landed on trying to, you know, capture drums for this record at my house. And so yeah, I mean, I find that process really fun, and I think that there were a few things that I liked about doing that way. And I guess I've said it a couple times, but one of them is I think sometimes we'll go into a studio and I'll just kind of sit and record the song a handful of times. Sometimes it's a lot of times, and then I just never really even know. Sometimes I get confused about how the producer or engineer kind of keeps track of all the different takes, and they kind of just choose which ones are the best. And then that's kind of what ends up happening. I think with this one, we were really able to kind of hone it in and keep track of the parts, and kind of play through each one individually and chat about them and figure out which, you know, what kind of made the most sense. And I think we both, you know, Tyler and I would have we'd have Zoom sessions and do some like real time kind of recording, and some of them I would record on my own, and we'd go through some options, and it was just cool. I think we were able to get a little bit more in depth with it in a way. And I also think that I was just able to work on these songs in sort of my own timing, and some of them are at the beach.
I'm sorry.
Did you mean to do that?
No, I was fooling around. I'm not good at this yet.
I like that. No, yeah, it was. I think it was really fun. I think it was just a process that we've never done, you know, drums specifically that way. And I felt a little bit more freedom. I love that. I don't know why that's just me. You're like, you're not a guy at all. It's like going to utilize those options in this program. And so the fact that you're just like going through and playing with those is making me feel pretty happy.
You're welcome. Let's see. Let me read one. If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be? That's dangerous. Holy crap. Can you imagine if you were a little you and all of a sudden like a hairier version of you showed up and was like, hey kid, come here. I feel like if I told myself, nice. I feel like if I told myself anything, it would maybe like change my whole life.
Yeah.
I understand the question. It's just that I'm avoiding it. What is this?
I agree with what you say. I don't know if I would want to go back and alter the past, because then that's altering the future, you know? I like where things are at right now for me and for us. And I just don't feel like I would. That's amazing. Oh, dude.
Stop. Stop. You look like a rat.
I'm crying.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show.
I'm crying.
I'm crying.
Yeah, we got more questions. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta get out of this. I can't do this. Oh, man. I mean, there's like tears.
Like, how many years has those filters been around? And yet every time I see them,
Yeah,
it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's gonna do that.
that's so funny.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. All right. Let's do another question.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, mine's still on. Whoops.
That's cool. That's very good.
Is this cool? All right. I'm gonna keep it. Who is your?
Oh, dude, look at this. I mean, I think we can kind of.
Yeah, you go ahead. If you see one you like.
Well, this one I feel like you and I have talked about before is a hot dog a sandwich. That was actually that was already a Q&A question one time in a.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? I understand how they're trying to trip us up. I understand how you might want to make this a conversation, but if you just cut through the crap, it's not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just not. Like, if you go to like, I'm going to get a sandwich and you come back with a hot dog, I would say, I thought you were getting a sandwich. You'd be like, I did.
Yeah.
No one would do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good one. Favorite cereal? I think we've gotten this before.
Just
probably Waffle Crisp, huh? Oh yeah.
How cool is that? The ratio is completely off.
I like the other filters you've been running better, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Waffle Crisp. That's another thing that we bonded over pretty early. Is just, I grew up, like in high school, I had I had cereal like 3 times a day, I would say.
Turn to the side. But put your face in it. There it is.
That's good.
There's the Josh I love.
I mean, stills from this will live forever.
I mean, they
I
can
like
do
that.
that.
I like that.
You like this?
I like the mask.
Yeah.
All right. Was the Joker music video filmed at Will Smith's toy store?
You can't blink like that, dude. It's gonna make me laugh. Don't blink.
All right.
Actually, a lot of people. I don't know. Do we want to tell the truth here or what?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, people in one of our old videos, behind the scenes videos for I think House of Gold, when we were shooting the music video for House of Gold. The camera went up to Josh, was like, "Hey, Josh, tell us about where we are," and he just pointed at the house and said, "We're at Will Smith's house." And he just made that up. It's not true at all. But for like our Wikipedia page for a really long time said like 21 Pilots shot their House of Gold music video at Will Smith's house.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, someone sent me that. And they were like, "Dude, really?" I was like, "No." So this question was the Joker was Joker shot at Will Smith's house or at Will Smith's toy shop?
Yes, it was.
No. Yes, it was. Sorry. Yes, it was. What? Dude, we nailed it.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
I can't do that. Can you do that? I can't see you.
All right. I'm just gonna stick it.
Dude, you said I'm just gonna like, you're like about to turn it all off and be serious, and you went from an orange to an alien. And you went from an orange to an alien as you were like talking seriously, like, all right, let's be serious here.
All right, I've had enough of this. This is why Tyler has his own studio and gets stuff done by himself, because I ruin everything. We have more questions. I'm Kermit the Frog right now.
Oh man, that is so good. Oh crap.
Okay.
What, Josh? Are you getting any more tattoos?
Yeah, I'm going to. I think that I've kind of enjoyed sort of getting tattoos on a whim. I think that's kind of my new thing. I remember we were on tour for after we released Blurry Face. We're on the Blurry Face tour, and we were at a venue, and this was like a real. It felt like a real sign of success, because I walked into the venue, and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, oh dude, there's a tattoo artist at the venue today." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, they got a whole setup, and they'll give you a free tattoo. And I was like, "What? That's pretty cool." And so I went over and just got a tattoo, and it was this tattoo that says "Mom," and then I got one of this is Ohio. This was at another venue, this drum, and so I just started. These tattoo artists would just have venues, and I was like, "This is great. I'll take advantage of that." And then one of our friends just started tattooing recently, named Colin. And I've just been getting tattoos from him, and I might get another one soon. So yeah, I plan to. I think, man, tattoos are fun. It is interesting though, because like I feel like everybody, none of my parents or parents' friends had tattoos, and now everyone in my generation has tattoos. And
Dude, would you get one that's like specific to this live stream?
Oh wow, I'm down. I would.
Yeah, or a picture. No, I was gonna say like me in these sunglasses, but yeah, we'll do something. I'll get something.
Yeah, maybe. I'll get a tattoo for something that's representing this live stream. Not this one that we're on right now, but the live stream concert.
I was actually seriously thinking about getting a one for each album. Is that cool or is that not cool?
You know, I think it's cool. I think, I do think that, as much as I'm saying, some of these tattoos are on a whim, they all do mean something. And I think it's important. I think the idea of tattoo, they live forever. And so I think the importance of, sort of the meaning behind a tattoo that you have, I think it's just it's a cool way to hold on to things and remember them. And, Tyler's name is tattooed on my leg. And I thought about that at the time, and I thought, even if if our band breaks up and we're mortal enemies, it'll still represent a time in my life that was meaningful and cool. So yeah, I like the idea. I bet Rosie and my probably both think that tattoos are really lame and look dumb because their parents have them. I think that's just how life works. But I like them. I think it'd be cool if you did that.
All right. All right, let's do a few more, huh? This question is, have you ever heard your own song playing in a grocery store? Maybe. I think so, probably. But specifically, I remember a moment where I was at a cafe in Greece, and I was sitting at a table, and the waiters there were kind of older guys, and they were super busy. I remember them kind of like just buzzing around, trying to like see if everyone was good, needed anything else, and there was a TV up on the wall, kind of like deeper into the restaurant, and I was kind of at the patio, and our music video, I think it was for Chlorine, came on that station for some random reason. And I stopped one of the waiters. I was like, "Hey, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir." And you could tell he didn't want to, he was busy. And finally, like, "Yes." And I said, "That's me." I pointed at the television. I said, "That's me." And he kind of looked at me and then looked at the TV. And looked at me and looked at the TV. And just went, and then just walked away. That's it.
Dude.
Like, I knew he wouldn't care, which is why I've never done anything like that before. And I just knew that he wouldn't care, and I wanted to see his reaction. But
right.
It was perfect.
I feel like I probably, no matter what, would probably, I feel like I would look at you and then look at that and at the very least be like, that's pretty cool. At the very least. I think it's great that he was like, oh, it's annoyed, if anything. That's pretty great.
Hey, what song is this?
Incredible.
Yeah. I'll die with you. But you should know. Yeah, I wrote that one on the uke at first and then went over to acoustic guitar and all that. And then sent you that to play drums on.
I love that song.
Yeah, I can't wait for the record to come out.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. May 21st, everyone.
All
right, one more question.
this one, I think this is nice. What is your favorite memory from Tour de Columbus? Tour de Columbus was, for anyone who doesn't know, the very last shows of our that kind of wrapped up our album cycle for Blurry Face. We did a thing called Tour de Columbus, which is our hometown, where we played, I think it was 5 different venues, starting Basement, Newport, Outhouse, Shot.
Oh, it was 5, but it was was it the 2 different arenas?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, we played 5 different venues in Columbus, starting from really small to really big. And when we played, there's a venue called the Newport, and I think when we played that show, the time before it was really one of the most important shows, I think, of our career. That really we sold it out before even being signed or having any sort of being on any radar of anybody in the professional industry. And we had no idea that show was going to sell out either until that day. And I think that was that first Newport show is one of the best shows of my life, best memories. And so going back and playing it again, what's the point of that? Share?
Stop focusing on me.
Okay,
yeah. Can you finish this last story of this last question with a filter for me?
Yeah, let me get one. Let me find a good one though. One that you're really gonna like.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
All right, this is for you.
Why is it wiggling?
Dude, wow, look at
that. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming to our live Q&A. It ended up, really productive.
Yeah.
May 21st, we have a live stream. You have to buy a ticket. It's $20. Whatever. Pack as many people in, don't pack many people. That's obviously not safe. But you can buy one ticket for a household or whatever. It's $20. And yeah, we worked really hard on the stream, spent a ton of money on it. But we do think that it's going to be something special, something that you've never seen before, and something that it's like so close to being normal.
Yeah, just slightly off.
Anyway, that's it. Man, you're so cute.
So cute. Yeah, also just all right, enough of this. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Wrap it up.
Oh man, we love you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. we miss you guys. We're excited for this event and excited to see you guys. And stay safe. And we'll see you soon.
You are formidable to me. Peace.